Okay, I might have a cat randomly jump into the set while I'm recording, but that's quite appropriate, because I'm about to review, grab the right one, Legacy Thundertron from my post-birthday in-demand sale, whatever. Wow, my throat's so cold. I apologise in advance, I'm fighting off a cold, alright? Bear with me. And here he is, and before we start, weapon storage, this sword goes into that little slot there, there's a tab, we'll just put it out of the way so we can actually look at the animal mode. There he is. Well, these are clearly just the robot legs hunched up like they always were, side skirts, but the rest of him's actually quite clever. Yeah, there he is from the front, look at his little face, mouth opens. It does open, it's a bit tight to get in there, but it does open, there you go. Oh, that's quite nice, you know. You got the hip, you got this joint here, you got this joint here, you got the ankle. One is actually on a ball joint, one is on the peg, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So you got all kinds of articulation. You got the tail, which is hard plastic, so that's a bonus. And excuse me. These front legs, which move forward. No, giving the game away. Move forward and backward. Toes will fold. And if you didn't just notice, it's actually pegged in there. So you can actually unpeg it from there. It'll go in and out. And forward and backward. It's actually articulated. But if you just want him to stand still, you can just plug it in. And it'll just hold him in place in case your joints are a little bit loose or whatever. It's actually quite cool. The only thing I'm not sure about is this back skirt being grey. Now, I know there's a version of this figure that comes with the Star Raiders pack with Calcitron, who actually looks really good, even though I'm not a huge fan of Magnus. And the little cassette guy, I can't even think of its name. But that one's got like an eye patch and a hook hand and stuff like that, and is a more accurate, lighter blue. I just think this one looks cooler. But personal preference, we'll see how it goes. Why is that not standing straight? Sorry, it's bothering me now. But size comparison, well, there's 86 blur. So, you know, it's at least a Voyager. It's quite big, actually. But if that's not disco enough for you, boys and girls, well, I've got another couple of comparisons for you. So, there's Leo Convoy. Or Leo Prime, whatever they called him. And there's the original Thundertron. So he is by far the chunkiest. Like, by far the chunkiest. Right, let's get these out of the way so we can transform him. Yes? So, we're going to get him up. I'm going to pop these legs loose. So, let's bring this camera up a little bit, shall we? Pop legs loose. Lift up this little shoulder pad. Rotate it so the claws are facing out. Then just collapse this whole thing up there and bring the panel down. Now that is quite clever. I'll give them that. That's actually quite a good use of space. So untab, rotate, collapse all the way up and make it so it's straight. Close that down. Okay. Might as well just do these while we're here. So we're going to straighten the legs out and with this hinge bring it through and lock it into place and flip around the little bottom part of the foot. Straighten all out, straighten out, lock into place, flip this around. Okay. Bring the camera up a bit more. Sorry, I'm doing this from a slightly different seating position, so it's a bit hard for me to gauge where the camera is. We're going to get this and we're going to unpeg it. It's got these two little pegs. You see those? They're going to little holes. Well, in the bottom of the hands, aren't they? Let's be honest. So we're going to get the hands, bring them down, separate them, and then bring the hinges out to the side. Sorry, cough. Rotate that down and turn it. So we get it nice and straight. Bring it down. Turn it nice and straight. Okay. There it's done. What do you think? Alright, fine. We go to the back here. We're going to lift up this grey piece and it these tabs here that just tab in underneath, get that loose, and I'm going to wriggle this forward so that there's tabs unleashed. Unpeg this tab from that slot. See that slot there? Bring this all the way down onto the back, which should allow you to sort of bring these around so they're a little bit nicer on the hips. Now we've basically just got to collapse this whole white apparatus. So I'm going to bring the whole shoulder pad bit down into place. And then when you get this, and you'd think it'd go up, but it actually goes down, so make sure that's all straight. Bring these little cheek bits forward. Yeah, from there to there. It's a very minor little movement. Bring it all the way down, and there's a tab here that goes into a slot in there. There you go. So try and line that up. It's a little bit fiddly, but there we go. Get it all nice in. Is that look done? Yeah. And there he is. And you know what? He looks awesome. Sword can still store in the same place. There you go. He looks really cool. He's got little claws on the backs of the hands. It all makes like this nice cape, you know, with all the hip panels and stuff. You know, ignoring this thing. Still not sure why this isn't grey and not the same colour, but whatever. You know, the head looks fantastic. Like, really wise, old, couple of scars and scratches. Just like me, hooray! But no, he's actually really cool. And put that in the hand. And believe it or not, he has actually got, not a lot, but there is hip waist swivel. Has that popped off? Yeah. It's just 4 little pegs into those little holes. I don't know why. I can always put a bit of glue on it, but whatever. It's there. He's actually really cool. And yes, even though I'm not sure why you'd want to, which is that one, you can do the peg-leg thing with him. And this has actually got a slot there. And a big tab here, so you can plug that onto the sword. Does that make it better? I don't know. I don't know. Does that make it cool? But for argument's sake, I'm going to put that back on because, you know, balance. And again, size comparison, there is Speedier Blur. So, bear in mind he's a Voyager. It's pretty big. I got him for 15 quid. Come on. Pretty big. Other comparisons, so there's Leo Prime or Leo Convoy, whichever you'd prefer to call him. And the original Thundertron, who, I'm not sure I sorted out the next thing, whatever. So yeah, he's still pretty big. Why won't this stand properly? Stand. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. You've changed, Thundertron. You used to be cool. Be cool, man. Be cool. Wow, what's going on with you? There you go. So he is ever so slightly bigger than original Thundertron. And he holds together a lot better. This thing's actually a bit floppy. I need to tighten up some joints, trust me. But I'm coming to the conclusion, because there's the other one that's coming with the set with the hook hand and stuff like that. I don't like the hook hand. I'm not sure if it comes with an eye patch either. I'm coming to the conclusion that the Thundertron guys are like a clan. So there can be loads of them. They can all look roughly the same. And it's cool because there's lots of them. And they're like brothers and cousins and grandfathers and whatever. And they all look the same. That's my headcanon. You're welcome to use it. It's like that foot just doesn't work. This is really bothering me now. But whatever, stand there. Yeah, I haven't done the weapon thing. Mike, I might actually do that now from your approval. But yeah, he's actually legitimately really cool. The Hook Pirate version is more this kind of colour, so if that's your preference, you can do that. But this guy's just fantastic, and I do really like him. So again, if you can track him down, again, in demand at the minute. I'm not sure if they still got him in stock, but I got him for 15 quid. You might be able to find him on sale at other places. Get him. He's huge, he's chunky, he's solid, and he's actually way better designed than I thought he'd ever be. Legitimately like him. So that's me scarpering. So, move back a little bit. I should be Ugly, I should be Wretched, and I shall see all of you in the next one. Toodle pip, party people.